Every superhero needs a secret base, somewhere hidden and somewhere safe. It literally sounds like I'm doing poetry. But if it's not going to be underground or in the mountains, where else should I build it? That's right in the middle of the ocean. Oh my god, I'm drowning. I'm building the ultimate superhero base, but not just once. Oh no, that'd be too easy. I'm doing it twice. Once in Lego Fortnite and once in Minecraft. Same idea, two completely different worlds, and by the end of it, we're going to find out which one makes the best superhero HQ. But both bases have to be complete with a landing pad, control tower, and main headquarters. And all of these sections have to be compatible in both games, which makes it a lot harder. So wish me luck, and we're going to start off with the foundations. Let's go. So obviously, I tried to drive a boat out to the middle of the ocean to have a floating foundation. This is how that went. Oh, you are kidding. Do you know what? I'm not even going to bother. I'm not confident that's going to hold much weight. After that failure, I did actually try one more time just to see if it could float. Yeah, no, I can't. It literally just sinks. So that idea is not going to work. Now, I know I said the middle of the ocean, but this is close enough because it's tedious and I do not want to keep doing it. Right, so we got the start of our platform. We're going to start on the foundation. But if you're wondering why there's a bus stop on there is a good reason for it. There's a glitch in Lego Fortnite that if you place a bus stop down, it actually keeps whatever floor that you've built from sinking and falling. It just keeps it there perfect. So now I can just cheese my way through the start of this foundation. Let's go. The key things that I was looking for when building this foundation was nice round corners with some nice glass rails. Now, what I didn't consider is how difficult this would be in Minecraft, because Minecraft is a very square game and it's pretty much impossible to get the curve on such a small area. So let's go check that out and see how it compares to building Minecraft. Here we go. I could probably lie and say this is an ocean. Right, so we need to try and get a block first to build off, and that's going to be hard. So I guess we just have to go underwater and build our way up. Unlike Lego Fortnite, you can actually submerge yourself underwater. So let's do that and build our way up and start a foundation and catch up to where we was in Lego Fortnite. And immediately as I start that, I realize there's a problem. It's a bit too wide and a bit too phallic. So I think if we just maybe shorten it a little bit, it's actually more rounder, which I think looks way better. But let's just try this. What have I done here? Okay, so it turns out I'm not that great at making round shapes, but you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. I want to be quiet because I want to enjoy this time lapse just for a second, and I'll be back. Right, so to be totally honest with you, what I've learned so far is it's not very easy to transfer stuff. I should sit down and figure out the correct way, like, I don't know, 4 of these blocks is equal to 16 in the other game, whatever, but I don't really have time to waste doing that, so let's just carry on with this. We've now got to build the frame on the outside of it, and hope for the best, because it is looking quite grim. And just to reiterate what I was saying a minute ago is basically I should sit down and figure a way how to transfer a 16 by 16 block in Lego Fortnite to a 1 by 1 block in Minecraft. If you want to know my method, I literally just made it up, but it doesn't matter if it looks all right. That's the main thing. Okay, so now we're back in Lego Fortnite. Thank God, it's literally so much easier to build in this game. I need to decide which pieces I want to place down for this control tower. What I'm going to go for is the Locky Lighthouse set, because it's the only thing that's round, and it's probably going to be hard to replicate this in Minecraft, but that's not really my problem right now. Also, this control tower is just going to look like a lighthouse. I'm going to try and make it not look like it as much as I can. We're going to obviously build the base up, and then we're going to do a bit of a contrasting grey colour for the top. Unfortunately, we have to use the red rails that come with it, which is a bit annoying, and then we need to find something that's going to match the grey as well. So we're going to do that for the pillars that are going to be supporting the actual build. And then, of course, just a little control tower on the top. Luckily enough, there's some 360 glass pieces that we can use. Well, they're not glass, they're just transparent. But Lego's version of glass, basically nothing. And so far, it's looking really good. And it's actually not been that difficult to build. Also, I was considering adding this. Oh, God. All that. Definitely not that. Yeah, we'll just leave it how it is. Anyway, let's jump into Minecraft and basically build the same thing again and see if it's any easier. I can already tell it won't be. I'm not really sure how I'm going to start this. I guess it just needs to be a circle with some grey pillars. I'm not even sure how high to do the main height of it. Let's just oops, that's the wrong button. Moving on. To begin with, I started off with a rough circle, and I mean it was rough. And then I asked myself some deep, meaningful questions. What is wrong with me? Would that not work then? This is why I should really make plans before I just go ahead and build stuff. But we're just going to have to stick with it. It is what it is. Let's carry on. As it turns out, we did go with the rough circle. And yes, I'm going to be using some console commands to try and speed things up as much as possible. looking particularly plain. So I might have to cheat and just do it totally different to how I did the Lego Fortnite one. The main thing that I need to do now, is that the right? I think that's close enough to the right color. Circle out of this. Boom, boom. And then it's just finding a way to connect up these. I guess that's how you'd make a circle. So this looks like a monstrosity so far. This bit up here is so difficult to translate. It just looks like a giant mouth. I do not even know where to begin translating this next part. Yeah, I'll have to try and cook. I'm not gonna lie, I do just completely change the colors and the look of it. I also am gonna add a little bit of texture into the walls, which by the way I've never really done before and I'm terrible at it. But I'll make sure I add these nice poles in. And just to copy Lego Fortnite, we need a door on the side and a little bit of red and white on the bottom. And I'm gonna give you my genuine reaction after I stood back and looked at this. Oh God, I hate that. This literally looks so terrible. I think what I should have done was built in Minecraft first and then transferred it over to Lego Fortnite, because this is, they're just, so far, I just don't know how compatible they are. This is just, oh God, this is terrible. I'm just trying to copy it as closely as I can, and it's like, everything's wrong, but I'm going to carry on anyway. So this next part that we're going to build is the easiest by far. It's the landing pad. So I'm going to just do a side-by-side image showing you both of them at the same time. If you're cross-eyed or you have a lazy eye, then it might be hard for you to see. That's terrible. Yeah, again, I tried to match it up as much as I could, adding little lights and lanterns and things on the Minecraft version. And obviously the Lego Fortnite version has some fancy floor that has lots of colors. So they're more or less similar, but not exactly the same. Lego Fortnite, you get way more depth because you've got the different depths of the slabs and stuff that you can stack up, whereas obviously Minecraft you've only got the half bricks or the slabs and the full bricks, so there's only limited amounts you can do. So I tried to do something with trapdoors and get lights underneath it and that, and to be fair, I'm happy with both, and it's probably better that they're not perfectly identical. I'm quite happy with them being close enough, but it's very difficult to transfer from one game to the other. So maybe next time I do this, I'm going to try building in Minecraft first and then Lego Fortnite, which I bet would be even harder. All right, so now for the next part. Hang on a minute, we're in the wrong world. Much like the other builds, I obviously started off in Lego Fortnite. Well, I messed that up, didn't I? I'll just do it again. And the design that I had in mind was using the Superhero Academy pieces just to build like a 3-depth building. Kind of would look like a modern house in Minecraft. So you're going to have the middle part, then it's going to step back on the left, step forwards on the right. 3 floors high, a ceiling that has glass as well, and obviously the sides with some windows and other decorations or whatever. And then also the pillars, just to try and tie it into the ugly lighthouse command center. And then I'm going to do like a little bridge between them, but we'll get into that a little bit later on. Let's start with this base, get the rough layout of this, and see where we go from there. Okay, this is certainly looking like something. I'm not really sure how I'm going to match the red, but I've managed to match the grey a little bit on the front here, and I definitely think this is not going to be too difficult to build in Minecraft. So fingers crossed, let's crack on with the rest. Okay, so while the little Lego man carries on building that, we're going to jump into Minecraft and just see if we can copy it so far, just to catch up a little bit. I'm not entirely sure the dimensions and that are perfect, but this is the closest I can get, and it's not actually looking too far off. Oh, my skin every time. All we've got to do is just build up 2 more floors just so we can catch up to Lego Fortnite, and then we're going to build around on the side a little bit. It's actually so much like smoother to build in Minecraft than it is in Lego Fortnite for some reason. It just, I don't know, it's just so much more satisfying, but it does take a lot more longer. So we're going to match the vents on the side. I'll show you them in Lego Fortnite shortly. And I've actually had to extend the floor platform that we're on. I don't even know how I've managed to get the scale so wrong, but I have. Right. Oh, okay, now we're drowning. So the front went really well. I've just got to try and do the same for the back and smash this out. Fact, this isn't right. Let's just fill this in. Yeah, we've really messed up here. The scale is totally wrong, but too late now. Let's just carry on. Back in Lego Fortnite, things aren't actually going as smooth as I'd hoped. Do these look different heights? Hold on. Something's changed about this game where things are being built at different heights. And I don't understand why. It's very annoying, but let's just fix that real quick. Make sure it's down to the ground. And there's a gap there. I hope none of the others are like that. Now that I'm done messing around, we don't have any more time for mistakes. We've only got a few more jobs to do. We're literally in the final stretch. We've just got to finish both the sides, the back and the top. That actually sounds like majority of the build, but it won't take too long. And then we're going to build our little bridge across, and then we'll jump back into Minecraft and do exactly the same thing all over again. Yay! I am not going to lie. This is I even want to say it, but it's kind of ugly. But also, it has to be, because it's not about this build. It's about the challenge. Can I build it in both games? And that was a sick jump. I landed that perfectly. Anyway, we may have built a window in the wrong place that we have to destroy in order to get our double bridge support across the two. It would have been nice to have a bridge you could actually walk through, but I don't think it was really physically possible with the layouts and the fact that you can't do a cutout inside of the lighthouse. But again, the little black ties in with the landing pad, and it's all color coordinated and just looking great. So now let's jump back into Minecraft and finish that one, and we'll do a side-by-side comparison, and then I'll just talk a little bit rubbish towards the end.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Just saw my life flash before my eyes. Would you believe me if I told you I made the same mistake twice? Massively messed up here. I've put the window in exactly where I need to build my little bridge across. And also the gap is very far between them, so... Okay, so I did what anybody in my position would do, which is destroy it and rebuild it and mess around with it. It is so long, I had to change the inside as well. But to be honest, I could have just left it, but it just wouldn't look as good. So I'm glad that I've done it. I think it looks alright. Now let's do a back-to-back comparison and a showcase just after that and see which is the best. As much as I would have loved to decorate this, I'm not going to lie, I am very lazy and I just could not be bothered. Massive shout out to the modernist who did decorate the inside. Let's peek through the window. Oh wait, you can't. Stupid. Anyway, so we go inside. Got a nice rug, some armor, building stands and stuff. Cool crane there. It's pretty cool custom designs made from all custom pieces. Nice seating area and a reception here as well, of course, for all your desk needs. And then over here is a super secret computer, plants and things. And if we go up the stairs, let me try it again. If we go up the stairs, right. It would appear that we can't. Anyway, moving on. You got a little thing here that searches you as you come in. You've got a nice view out the back, which just takes you straight into the ocean. You can even get stuck underneath it if you want. Look at this. Hey, I'm stuck. Hold on, let me get out of here. Nice supports there. Nice little swimming pool in the middle. Obviously, your helipad or your landing pad for whatever long and skinny vehicles you may have. And if we go over to the control tower, this is where it's really good. This is the new superhero thing where you can do stuff. And if we go through this door here, we've got 2 beds, and the only thing that's keeping this building floating, and it's so tempting to destroy this. And this is what's up here, just the control area, I guess, to watch vehicles come and land in. Obviously, it's meant to be a little secret base, so nothing too crazy. And we jump back down, and here we go. That is pretty much it. Let's fly over to Minecraft and go check out how it looks over there. Okay, so now we are back in the Minecraft. Gosh, like deja vu. Obviously, the modernist hasn't been here to decorate any of this, so let's have a peek through the window. You actually can. There's literally nothing to show you, though. It is totally empty. It feels taller, but not as wide, so the dimensions probably aren't perfect, but that doesn't really matter too much. Again, I think these turn out okay. These handrails are a bit big and square, but never you mind. Here, we've obviously got our landing pad. This one is a bit wider, so you probably could fit a helicopter on it, and you've got the cool little lanterns. In fact, I'm going to check out how it looks at nighttime in a minute. I'm curious. Do some parkour. Go through these weird doors. Wow, it's dark, and there's literally nothing in here. But if we come up, there's still nothing in here. But this is definitely a better control tower as terms of panoramic views go, and yeah, there's not an awful lot to say. And the texturing looks terrible. I need to improve my texturing skills 100,000%. Yeah, it will do. Let's quickly make it nighttime. That's not nighttime. Okay, yeah, that looks nothing how I thought it would. Well, never mind. I'm in the wrong skin yet again because it never seems to save the skin that I set. Let me know which version of the base you think is better. Comment Lego Fortnite or Minecraft. In terms of building them, they both had their equal challenges, and I might have to do another video like this just to get a better idea. But as always, don't forget to smash a like, comment and let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.